Excellencies, colleagues, friends, let me begin by thanking the Chair of AOSIS for the kind invitation to participate in this event celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Alliance of Small Island States. It is an honor to be here representing the Pacific region and to share with you the story of our updated NDC. During my time in New York, I had the opportunity to negotiate the SDGs and the Paris Agreement. Given this experience and the recognition that a siloed approach to sustainable development is ineffective, Nauru has sought to bring together both our climate action and the SDGs in a comprehensive way as part of our NDC. To achieve this inclusive vision, my NDC team met with an array of national stakeholders from government departments, state-owned enterprises, the private sector, and civil society to ensure that our NDC reflected the broad all-of-society approach that climate change action requires. We think this approach is advantageous because it ensures climate action is aligned with our national sustainable development priorities. It also effectively engages the whole of government, including ministries that do not always consider climate action to be within their armpit. And vitally, it improves the coherence of our efforts to access financial, technological, and capacity building support. Colleagues, the overriding priority of our government is to eradicate poverty and to improve the safety, security, and quality of life of our citizens. To this end, Nauru's updated NDC has been aligned with national efforts to achieve the SDGs and is fully integrated with our National Sustainable Development Strategy. Our updated NDC is a significant enhancement from our initial NDC from 2015, which was much limited in its approach and stated our general desire to increase our country's resilience to climate impacts through increased adaptation efforts and an overall desire to lower the carbon footprint of our energy sector. Our updated NDC enumerates specific targets and actions in 7 areas identified in our National Sustainable Development Strategy. These are productive land, healthy and productive people, water, food and energy security, healthy environment, and good governance. Only by addressing each of these areas will we be able to effectively address climate change in a comprehensive manner that is required. Colleagues, in addition, an 8th area of contributions and an area that AOSIS has championed over the years, which is loss and damage, has been included to address climate change impacts that exceed Nauru's adaptive capacity. Loss and damage is an area where a lot of energy and hard work has been done by AOSIS members, and in particular by Pacific women negotiators at UNFCCC. Other female negotiators have been instrumental in coordinating Pacific positions, leading coalition groups, and influencing the climate agenda with their wealth of technical, legal, and diplomatic skills. AOSIS has long been a home for some of the strongest negotiators, and in my experience, the wisdom, dedication, and toughness that the women of AOSIS bring to the table should be applauded. Colleagues, I thank you for your attention and for your continued support and engagement with AOSIS. It is only through our close collaboration in a spirit of unity and solidarity that we have achieved our gains over the past 30 years. And I remain steadfast in my commitment to AOSIS as we look forward to the next 30 years. I thank you all.
It is my honor to convey greetings to the Alliance of Small Island States as it commemorates its 30th anniversary. Certainly, we know that the current circumstances we are living through call not for celebration, but for reflection, recalibration, and focus on the road ahead to better times. More sustainable development and greater collaboration remain core ambitions. I believe that the leadership team of AOSIS, current and incoming, and its many partners will help steer us through the challenging times. During the course of this week, I, along with fellow ministers of St. Lucia, were privileged to receive firsthand insights of the work being undertaken through the NDC revision process. The extensive stakeholder consultations involving the private sector, academia, and our youth, including the endorsement earlier this year by Cabinet of our climate change private sector strategy, the alignment of our NDC with Sustainable Development Goals, and our recently launched National Medium-Term Development Strategy, the genesis of a climate budget tracking tool, a recognition in the absence of mitigation ambition of the rising cost of adaptation and the possible limits to adaptation that may result in loss and damage, and further qualifying our climate action efforts by inviting partners in research through the new climate change research policy and strategy. These are some of the new dimensions that are guiding the updates of our NDC, which demonstrate our ambition as a small island developing state. We are excited about pursuing these new efforts, as they will not only serve to strengthen the interagency collaboration that we enjoy currently, but will allow us to pursue the continued implementation of our NDC in a more holistic and strategic manner. Moreover, the thoroughness of our revision process will also indicate to our existing and potential partners our readiness to receive further implementation support. Like many other countries, we are contending with the challenges that COVID-19 brings as we determine an implementation strategy for our NDC. Prudent consideration must be given to maintaining our ambition and building resilience amidst the social, economic, and health crises. Therefore, NDC revision efforts will extend to an analysis of the impact of COVID-19 on NDC implementation as we continue to plan and prepare for our recovery. As St. Lucia looks forward to submitting its updated NDC to the Conference of Parties during the month of December 2020, let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the stellar leadership of Team Belize, while we welcome Team Antigua and Barbuda. We thank all of you for your unwavering support and wish for all SIDS good health and safety for the rest of 2020. I thank you.
Madam Chair, Excellencies, distinguished delegates. The COVID pandemic should not halt our momentum on climate action. AOSIS must stand united in responding to the call by the Secretary General for a green recovery from the pandemic and the adoption of its proposed climate actions to shape economic recovery. Building back better is building back greener. The Maldives will submit updated NDCs in 2020. We commend the Chair's leadership in generating momentum for ramping up NDCs in our united effort to reach the 1.5 degrees target. At the same time, we must appeal to our partners in the developed world to provide adequate, predictable, and innovative financing, including by meeting the goal of mobilizing $100 billion per year until 2020 to support climate action so that small islands may adapt to life in a changing climate. We must solicit support for SIDS Compact that entails specific financial instruments in the short, medium, and long term to help SIDS meet the ongoing challenges of the pandemic, service their debt, and increase their limited physical space. We welcome the G20's announcement of a common framework for debt treatments beyond the debt service suspension initiative. However, more concrete steps are also needed to allow vulnerable countries to reduce their debt burdens. One such measure could be the early implementation of the tangible proposals from the initiative by Jamaica, Canada, and the Secretary General on financing for development in the era of COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, providing solutions to global crises require global efforts, partnerships, and leadership. Addressing the unique challenges we face require solidarity and collective actions within this alliance. This is why, my dear friends, since the founding of AOSIS, we have worked tirelessly to promote the issues most important to SIDS. We must, dear friends, continue our work and our united call for a transformative response to our unique challenges for the next 30 years and beyond. I thank you.